Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is Thursday, September the 10th of 2020, and we've got a lot to talk about. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are earning the titles of the most despised couple in the world. Well, they were seeking global fame, and they might just be getting it after all. Okay, I want to go by starting with a disclaimer. Full disclaimer can be found below in the description. And thank you for watching this channel. I hope you'll subscribe, set your notifications. Here's a quick little video for everyone. And there we have it, and let's go ahead and get started. I've got a lot I want to talk about today, so I'm kind of going to be all over the place. So let's go up and let's see my first thing. Here we go. Give me just a second. There we are. And I want to give credit to World's Greatest Bananatarian on Instagram. Just love her and love all the things that she posts. So she said, my post for an honest story advertised as satire. This was from the Daily Squib, and thank you, World's Greatest Bananatarian. Narcissists and schizoid personalities like Meghan Markle do not feel like normal humans. They only imitate, and this is why Markle meticulously studied Princess Diana as a teenager onwards. She had read every book, analyzed every piece of footage to act like and become her vision of Princess Diana. At the end of this, Markle, Diana's persona, is flawed because it does not come from true feelings or emotions, unlike Diana, who was a real person with real emotions. This is why Meghan Markle, who does not have real human emotions, can easily erase people from her life once they have fulfilled their role. When meeting a person for the first time, Markle immediately sees the person's weaknesses and evaluates what use that person can be for them in social climbing circles. If they have no value for her, she immediately moves on to someone who does. She will use her markup completely until they have nothing left to give, then move on to her next mark. So thank you, World's Greatest Bananatarian, and that's her Instagram if you want to give her a follow over there. This is also from her. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle insist glittering Invictus Game fundraiser to be shown on Amazon Prime was axed because of COVID and not because of their 112 million pound deal with rivals Netflix. So there was supposed to be a charity event or fundraiser that was going to take place. Harry had already worked it out where it was going to be on streamed with Amazon. We know Amazon is a rival of Netflix, and since they just signed the Netflix deal, there's no way that would be, in breach of their contract, and they wouldn't be able to work with them. So we feel that that's the reason why he changed it. Now, Harry's all mad and saying that's not at all it. And the people from the Invictus and all of the veterans who participate in that are hoping somebody else will come and step up to the plate and be their patron, because Harry seems to be stepping away from it at every opportunity and not wanting to be there for them. And I know on one of the latest Zoom calls, I remember him saying, I'll be here for you guys for as long as I can. Well, what does that mean? As long as he can. Does that mean until Meghan tells him to step away or until there's a conflict of interest with Netflix? So is he going to walk away from the charity since they're not going to make him enough money and focus on Netflix? I don't believe Netflix has given them anything, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Let's go on. So page 2 of that, the Sussex have hit back at all those claimants today, with lawyers for the couple saying the true position is that the format of the event was no longer viable in light of COVID-19. Listen, we all know COVID is basically over. Yes, you have to distance yourself or stay away from big crowds. Wear your mask if you're comfortable or if it's directed wherever you might live. But we know that this is also in the United States a Democratic ploy to keep this going and run this narrative and to try to frighten people and hurt the economy and to keep more people unemployed because of our election that's coming up. And that's what this is all about and has been. Okay, so let's move on. Cosmopolitan says, why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are feeling relieved that they paid off Frogmore Cottage. I'll just be here with my student loan debt. Okay, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are relieved and pleased that they paid back British taxpayer money on Frogmore Cottage. I don't believe it. The couple are now financially independent and don't take any money from Prince Charles. For your information, I don't believe that either. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just got themselves a Netflix deal worth a rumored 50 to 100 million, and it allowed them to pay back the British taxpayers for renovations on Frogmore Cottage, which, congrats, and according to a source who spoke to Vanity Fair, royal reporter Katie Nicholl, the couple are thrilled that they've been able to pay back the money so fast. Until I hear it from the Queen or from the palace, I'm not going to believe any of that and don't believe they've paid back a single penny because I don't believe Netflix has given them an advance on these deals. That the way we understand it is if they produce something and Netflix wants to buy it, then it gave an amount that they can pay up toward for that particular project. But we know they don't have a production company set up yet. We know that they haven't started producing anything. They have no experience. They don't know what they're doing and don't think that they'll even be able to produce anything that will be purchased by Netflix. That's my opinion. I'd like to know what you all think. So this just goes on to talk about the payback of that. And it says, this is what I'm curious about. The couple's spokesperson confirmed that they'd paid back the money in a statement saying a contribution has been made to the sovereign grant by the Duke of Sussex. This contribution, as originally offered by Prince Harry, has fully covered the necessary renovation costs of Frogmore Cottage, a property of Her Majesty the Queen. Yeah. And so, like I said, I'll only believe it when the Queen confirms they paid and not their spokesperson. Let me just say something to my daughter. Kate, honey, there's also some, the chicken and stuff's in the fridge. Sorry, guys. All right. And on my Twitter account, my Instagram account, I put Netflix boycott because of H&M. You don't have to boycott them if you don't want to. But what I was wanting to get at mostly was that you're able to give your feedback about the displeasure of working with them without signing into a Netflix account. And you can just go to help.netflix.com and then you'll say none of the issues that are listed apply. And you can go through and you can start typing what it is you feel. And what I did is I ended up with, it says issue is, how do we contact the executives of Netflix? But we no longer wish to subscribe to services that partner with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. If you wish to employ or partner with them, I don't agree with their preaching, hypocrisy, and woke views, especially their disregard to the royal family and the airing of Diana the musical. Netflix should be ashamed to be connected with them. Please forward these to whom it may concern. They have no talent or experience in this arena. And those I sent on the chat, and you can see my conversation with a Jeremy Joy. And it says, let me take the exact wordings. And then they're like, all good now. Will there be anything else? And I said, who would it be sent to? And said, to our right people that will be checking feedback from our customers. We appreciate you for that. Anything else? And I just put thank you so much and have a blessed day. So if you wish to go to and just tell them that you're upset about the deal that they have and why you're upset, you can go to any of your Safari, Google, whoever you use for your search engine, and just type in help.netflix.com. All right, now Lulu's153 on Instagram, and love his post. Meghan Markle's half-brother warns horrifying detail from letter that hasn't been revealed. Says Meghan Markle's half-brother has warned more hurtful details that have not yet been revealed from an infamous letter to the Duchess of Sussex sent to her estranged father. The private and confidential letter, which Meghan sent to her father, Thomas Markle, in August 2018, has triggered a high-profile privacy case at the High Court. We all know that. So, it was almost, allegedly she had said that there was some inappropriate things that had happened between her father and herself, and maybe these are the things that she's referring to. Thomas Markle had said that he didn't disclose all the pages of the letter from his daughter because that they were, the contents described as horrifying and very hurtful. So I'd like to see whenever the case comes up, and even though that the 5 friends that spoke to Cosmopolitan or People magazine, have not been named, I believe they will be once they've given their testimony. I don't think they can keep that hidden. And I found this on TruthSeeker20201. This is his Instagram page. George Floyd's brother ends $14.7 million GoFundMe memorial account. This is how much they've raised for George Floyd's family. GoFundMe memorial account 1 day before the release of a 3-month-old toxicology report, which reveals George Floyd died of an overdose. I don't know. Take that for what you will. TruthSeeker20201 also posted, now the Sussex biographer is working with Netflix. Finding Freedom, author amid Scobie films with the media giant days after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's $150 million deal. They can earn up to that. They're making it seem like they got that money in their hand and a payment just went out to them. And tell me, what is Omid Scobie about to do with them? What is he going to do? Have like a royalty TV page with him or something? Who knows? So, on a different subject altogether, doing a little more digging and some things that I had run across a while back and not disclosed. But guess who's sitting front and center on this yacht? And that's Randy Andy. And with the topless girls, I don't know who that is on the far right, but it sure looks like somebody we know. And we know that there she is with her hat and glasses. Who is that? None other than MM. Did she know Prince Andrew before she knew Prince Harry? Before she knew Prince Charles? Like to know all that, wouldn't you? Hopefully it'll come out someday. The Independent states, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have a list of demands for virtual speaking appearances, according to the report. And it's funny how they supposedly signed up with the Harry Walker agency, didn't have a list of demands before, but since they've cut this Netflix deal, there's a whole new list of demands. I guess they have to be careful who they're working with and what the branding issues may be, and make sure it's not in conflict with their contract with Netflix. So that's why we think Victus deal with Amazon went away. But all alleged. So they have a whole list of things now, and I won't go into everything because you've probably seen it on other channels. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reportedly have a lengthy list of requirements for anyone wishing to book them for a virtual speaking appearance, according to the report. The document detailing the demands comes from the Harry Walker agency, and it says that they have to have, includes an upfront guarantee for the couple's speaking fee, and gives the Duke and Duchess of Sussex the ability to choose who introduces them or moderates the event, according to the Telegraph. Let's skip down and see some of the other details of what they're receiving in return for their sponsorship, as well as the details of who else will be speaking. The document also requires a contingency plan for any connectivity issues that may arise, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex 4-page list of requirements also reportedly asks questions such as what the audience will see on the screen, Will you incorporate any branding? And what will the speakers see on screen immediately prior to and before their presentations, such as ads and so forth? Let's go on. Love Aubrey Hanson. She's a reporter for ccn.com. It isn't Meghan Markle, she said, that Netflix wants. It's Prince Harry and his family. We all knew this. Seems Meghan Markle and Prince Harry aren't quite clued in on exactly why Netflix was interested in working with them. Access to the royals. So Aubrey goes on to say, there was an obvious reason why Netflix is spending millions on the Hollywood royals, and it isn't Meghan Markle, never was. Despite being told repeatedly that Prince Harry and Meghan had companies falling over themselves to work with them, it seems they've been hawking themselves around. I love it, I love it. So the Netflix CEO appeared on CNBC recently, and what he said was pretty interesting. I don't think Prince Harry quite knows what he's in store for, or Meghan for that fact. When Meghan Markle and Prince Harry walked out on their royal duties after enjoying a $40 million taxpayer-funded wedding, I knew this day was coming. I think we all did, Aubrey. However, for the sake of Prince William, the Queen, and Prince Charles, I hoped I was wrong. The nonsense about wanting to get out of the media spotlight and Prince Harry being triggered every time he heard a camera click may have fooled some people, but it didn't fool us all. The reason for leaving the royal family was to thrust themselves firmly into the spotlight and earn as much money as possible, hawking the royal titles all around America, which we were told they would not use those titles, but we'll get to that in a moment. Those camera clicks aren't quite so triggering when they're helping put dollars in the bank account. Now, are they, Harry and Meghan? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's intentions were revealed by an unlikely source. While we were forever told that the big media companies in the U.S. were falling over themselves to work with the Sussex, it wouldn't appear that that was the case at all. It would appear. If you have companies lining up to work with you, you certainly wouldn't be shopping yourself around like some novice writer hoping to catch the eye of a charitable publisher. And yet, shop themselves around is exactly what Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did, according to the Netflix CEO, Reed Hastings. And I saw a separate interview on him, and he basically says the same thing. And when asked the question about their deal, he doesn't say any money's been given to them. And I believe this is to get Harry on board or to prevent a possible lawsuit if they go ahead and publish Diana the Musical, which is supposed to be a raunchy musical showing Diana interacting with different alleged lovers that she had. So Harry has always been protective of his mother, and to think that he would be in business in cahoots with a company that is going to be putting this out on their programming, it's pretty sad. So sad. So he has sold out to the highest bidder. So during the interview with CNBC, Reed claimed, I'm so excited about that deal. They're smart. They're shopping around all across all the major companies. And I think we're ready to that we really put together the best complete package. Guys, what he's saying is they were going to everybody. Nobody else was going to give them a deal. So when you're in negotiations and you're trying to do that, you really don't have to pay as much as you would pay the Obamas, the $300 million, do you? For up to that amount for possible shows and movies and documentaries that they'd produce. So Harry and Meghan, boy, they fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Watch this Netflix CEO, and I'm not going to show that video. Reed Hastings comments don't quite match up to what Harry and Meghan have been telling us. Guys, we've knew that all along. They take a bit of the truth and then they twist it and turn it into their own narrative and to put it out there to make it seem like they're the hottest commodity on the market when we all know that they're not. But they think if they say it enough and talk about these possible deals that they're getting and all the offers that they have coming in, they really think Hollywood's going to come calling for them and that they're going to get more and more opportunities. I don't think that's going to be the case. And I don't think, in my opinion, that they'll ever get anything produced or that Netflix will buy anything. Remember, if they don't like it, they don't have to buy it. So let's see. Now that all sounds well and good, and when prompted in his interview, the CEO Hastings commented, "It's going to be epic entertainment. We're going to do a wide range of entertainment with him." Excuse me, let me get something to drink. I can't tell you any more than that at the moment. But I think it will be some of the most exciting, most viewed content next year. And I just want to make sure that the full credit goes to Aubrey Hanson. She's the one that authored this article. She's a full-time royal and entertainment commentator at CCN. And it says, "I've had my opinions and links to my work on the royal family featured by outlets such as the Daily Mail, International Business Times, and the Express." And you can reach her at aubrey.hanson@ccn.com. And you can visit her muckrack profile here or at the LinkedIn profile. Aubrey Hanson is a trusted journalist. So, want to make sure she gets full credit. Newsweek says, "Why Prince Harry called in lawyers over canceled Invictus Game fundraiser." Guys, he is pissed that this is out there and that people are now speculating and writing about the fact they think the Netflix deal is what caused Prince Harry to cancel the Amazon streaming event that was a fundraiser for next year's Invictus Games. And he's basically said that he's canceled it to COVID. I believe that was to take place next May or June. Well, I'm pretty sure things would be open up by then when the world is already beginning to open up now as it is. So why would he cancel those? Prince Harry has threatened legal action over claims a fundraiser for the Invictus Games was canceled due to the Netflix mega deal he signed with wife Meghan Markle. But we all know that Harry doesn't want anything, or Meghan, that shines a negative light or talks about what they're really doing. It's all supposed to be about what they're perceived as doing. Remember, we must use their narrative. The truth shouldn't go in there anywhere. However, reports over the weekend suggested a fundraiser event due to be streamed by Amazon was canceled due to a conflict of interest with Harry and Meghan's new Netflix contract. "The Queen must strip the Sussex their title," he wrote on Twitter on Friday evening. "They can't remain as royals and spout off about foreign elections in such a brazenly partisan way. If Meghan and Harry truly want freedom from royal duty and rules, they should stop trading off their royal titles." Way to go, Piers Morgan, as he calls for Meghan and Harry to be stripped of the royal titles, as do the rest of us. Prince Harry and the Daily Mail, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will keep their HRH titles, but have agreed not to use them after Megxit. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So sorry about this. Give me just a second. All right. So anyway, it says that they agreed not to use them. Now, this was an older one, and I just want to go back. But the Palace and Sussex households have been accused of purposefully fudging the statement after it transpired. Harry and Meghan have not been stripped of the title, but have just agreed not to deploy it. The historic deal, which was hammered out in Sandringham yesterday, or we know this was a while back, gives the couple license to broker lucrative commercial deals, prompting concern that they could row back on their pledge not to use the titles, if doing so could bolster their brand and net them millions. Commentator Carol Malone angrily tweeted, "So Harry and Meghan haven't actually been stripped of their HRH title," which we know they haven't, or their Duke and Duchess of Sussex. "But it is understood that they will abandon using the titles this spring," and that was supposed to be March the 31st when they officially cut ties with the family. But no, what have we done? Everything Meghan has done. It's the Duchess of Sussex. The Duchess of Sussex interviews Gloria Steinem. She interviews the Girls Up or whatever it is campaign summit. She goes and interviews this person, and she does the narration for the elephants. Duchess of Sussex. So she's using it everywhere. People want the Queen to strip Harry and Meghan of royal titles after Netflix deal shows poll. a danger for the monarchy. And I saw this poll and voted in it, and it was conducted by The Express, and 96% of people believe the couple should be stripped of their titles. Now, the Queen has been urged to remove Prince Harry and Meghan's titles given their multi-year deal with Netflix. The couple has reportedly founded a yet-to-be-named production company. Let's see if that ever comes to fruition. And signed the deal with the streaming giant, under which they will be paid for making documentaries, docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. Blah, blah, blah. Again, they're not going to get paid to just go out and make it. They have to make it on their own, produce it, and Netflix will take a look at it and decide whether or not it's something they want to buy. There is no contract with them stating that they have to buy it. So that's totally up to them. An outraged Parler commented, excuse me, I've got people coming in and out of my home. I believe the monarchy is threatened if the Queen and Parliament don't act to sever official ties with the pair. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry row. Parliament urged to strip Sussex